Thank you, Sophie. Hello, I'm Jennifer Jones with the headlines in Wales. An historic moment in Welsh devolution. Plans for more Senedd members have just been approved. We've been asking what you think.
I think with 60 is sufficient. To go up to 96, I think it's crazy. I think it is crazy.
I think it costs too much money, and I think the money should go to more works and schools and education for the kids and stuff.
History made. From 2026, there will be 96, not 60 Senedd members, although those concerns remain over cost.
Also tonight, a former head teacher tells a court the girls he denies sexually abusing are all lying.
5 times you went to restaurants. 5 times you didn't pay your bill.
A couple from Port Talbot admit failing to pay more than £1,000 in restaurant bills at several businesses across South Wales. And he made it all the way to the final. Jak Jones will be in the studio to look back at his remarkable run at the World Snooker Championships. Good evening, noswaith dda i chi. It's an historic moment after years of debate and discussion. Senedd members have voted through plans that will see the Welsh Parliament expand and the voting system change. It's due to come into force in time for the next election in Cardiff Bay in 2 years' time. There'll be more politicians and they'll be voted for in a way that means you'll choose a party instead of individual candidates. Well, let's head straight over now to the Senedd to learn more from our political editor, Gareth Lewis. And Gareth, it's a big moment. And you can use your mobile phone or tablet to scan this QR code. It'll take you to the BBC News website, which has put all you need to know about the issue in one place. There's information on the situation in the rest of the UK too, and more detail on how the new election system will work. A former Gwynedd head teacher says the girls he's accused of sexually abusing are all lying. Neil Foden is accused of preying on 5 girls over a 4-year period, but he told his trial he never assaulted any of them. George Hurd has been in court. A couple who left a string of restaurants more than £1,000 out of pocket after dining and dashing without paying have admitted fraud. From Swansea Magistrates Court, Colette Hume reports. A sexual abuse victim from Caerphilly says multiple police failures over 30 years have robbed her of justice. Michaela Allen, who is now 36, claims she was abused by a babysitter at her home as a child. Despite the Crown Prosecution Service saying the accused could be charged, a series of mistakes made by both South Wales Police and Gwent Police has ended any prospect of a conviction. Our reporter Gemma Dunstan has more. And if you've been affected by any of the issues raised, there are details of organisations offering information and support on the BBC Action Line website. And you can see more on this story on Wales Live. That's tonight at 10:40 here on BBC One Wales. Now, do abandoned metal mines pose a danger to public health? Well, the Welsh Affairs Committee held a session on the issue this morning, with one expert telling the inquiry that an estimated 200,000 people in Wales live on land contaminated due to flooding from waters polluted by old mines. Thomas Morgan has more. The organisers of the Newport Marathon have apologised after confirming this year's event, held last month, was almost 300 metres longer than it should have been. Run for Wales said it was disappointed and apologised to those impacted. Our reporter Eleanor Rice has been looking into the story.
This will be frustrating news for the more than 2,000 people who ran the Newport Marathon at the end of last month. We've been told there had been lots of chat about the length of the race following the event, and this morning, organiser Run for Wales confirmed it was 274 metres, or 0.171 miles too long. That may not sound like a lot, but running is a sport of fine margins. It's a problem for those hoping to use the time to qualify for the London Marathon, for example. Organisers say they'll amend those results, taking off a number of seconds. So that's entrants hoping for a good for age spot, 6,000 places, which are allocated on a fastest first basis relative to age and gender. So some good news, but it won't help everyone. I've been speaking to Stephen. He's been running marathons for almost 10 years.
Eleanor Rice reporting there. Well, to snooker now, and it was a remarkable run for Jak Jones at the Crucible this year, who just missed out on winning the World Snooker Championships to Kyron Wilson on Monday. The 30-year-old from Cwmbran was playing in his first final in any tournament. And I'm very pleased to say that Jak joins us now. Jak, welcome to the studio.
Thanks for having me.
Going into this tournament, did you think for 1 second that you would make it all the way to the final?
No, not this time, no. I had the belief I could do it in the future. But no, I didn't expect it in this tournament, no.
It's quite a marathon, isn't it? It's a long tournament, what, about 17 days. Have you had time to reflect on your journey from start to finish?
But I actually played in the qualifiers a couple of matches as well, so it's actually like another 8 to 10 days longer. So no, I haven't. It is all a bit strange, to be honest. But I was just doing what I do every day, which is play snooker. So I don't understand how big it is, maybe. Would have been nice to win it, but come close, maybe I'll do it another time.
Yeah, well, fantastic to make your first final, wasn't it? And you were trailing quite a bit after that first session, weren't you? But you kept on fighting. Where did you get that strength from?
I don't know. I think I've always been like that, just never give up. It was a long match. I knew it was first to 18. So although I was 7-0 down, still had the belief that I could still possibly win if I started playing well. But yeah, I just gave myself too much to do in the end. Yeah.
You came very close in the end, didn't you? And your mum was watching you for the first time. Did that give you a little bit of inspiration?
Yeah, it was nice to have her there. She's, like you said, she's never watched me before. So yeah, that was really nice to have her in the crowd for the first time. And my dad and brothers and all come up, and my wife. So yeah, it was nice, yeah.
Oh, they must be so proud of what you achieved. And Darren Morgan, who made it to number 8 in the world, he discovered you, didn't he, when you were playing pool as a child? What impact has he had on your career?
Yeah, so he kind of spotted me when I was just playing pool for fun in Greece. So, I guess he had a big impact on me because I wouldn't be playing if it wasn't for him spotting me. So yeah, can't have a bigger impact on that, I suppose.
Yeah, and he's been talking about how proud he is of you and all the hours that you've put in. This is a very intense full-time job, isn't it? And there's a lot of work that goes into preparing for this kind of tournament.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, just doing 6 to 8 hours every day in the club on your own for moments like that, I suppose, to hold yourself together.
And briefly to finish, Jak, you've had a taste now of a World Championships final. Can you do it again?
Yeah, I think so. I think I can win it in the future, hopefully in the not-too-distant future.
Oh, well, fantastic. Congratulations, and thank you so much for coming in.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Cheers.
Well, in rugby news, Wales centre Jonathan Davies has announced he's leaving the Scarlets at the end of the season. And you can listen to the full interview on the Scrum 5 podcast. And finally, one big spender could get their hands on Dame Shirley Bassey's diamonds forever, as the singer is set to auction some of her jewellery. The extensive collection, estimated to be worth nearly £600,000, includes a diamond ring gifted to her from Sir Elton John. The proceeds will go to Dame Shirley's chosen charities after the auction in October in Paris. Right, let's take a look at the forecast for the end of the week. Sabrina, it's feeling a bit warmer.
Hi Jen, it certainly is. Those temperatures bouncing back up. It's finally feeling like spring out there, isn't it? I think I'm in people's good books for now. If you're wondering how long the fine conditions will last, well, essentially Thursday, Friday and Saturday, then all change with a thundery breakdown expected on Sunday. And in that warm sunshine too, we expect some higher UV and pollen levels. Don't expect clear blue skies though every day. There will be some cloud amounts that will vary, and some places will also see some mist and fog as seen in Mumbles Pier this morning. So through this evening then, the chance for a few spots of light patchy rain or drizzle for some northern counties, but otherwise dry out there for the vast majority. That cloud should break in places too and allow for some patchy mist and fog to develop, which could locally be dense. Overnight lows dipping away to 7 to 10 Celsius. Tomorrow then we'll start out with some mist and fog. That could be quite slow to clear, but the sunshine is stronger at this time of year, so it shouldn't take too long to push away. And then we're left with more in the way of sunshine with some high level cloud. Could turn a little bit hazy in places, and just 1 or 2 showers may crop up, but otherwise it's going to be another dry day. Those temperatures a little bit higher than today's values too, so widely getting up into the high teens, low 20s, always that bit fresher for the west coast, or where you are stuck under any low cloud, and the winds are relatively light in strength. Looking at Friday then, high pressure still on the scene, so another fine day is expected. Once again, we could start out with some early mist and fog. We'll also see some variable amounts of cloud, but still mixed in with some decent spells of sunshine, and once again warm in that afternoon sunshine, the temperatures quite widely getting into the low 20s for some inland areas, warmest for border counties. And then looking further ahead then, if you are making some weekend plans, Saturday certainly the driest day of the weekend. We may creep up to 23 if not 24 Celsius in parts of the east, but all change on Sunday, more of a showery breakdown expected, but still warm where you have that sunshine, and then looking more unsettled as we head through next week. That's your latest forecast. Jen.
Sabrina, thank you very much. And that's all from the Wales Today team for now. We'll be back at 10:30 tonight. I hope you can join us then. Bye-bye.